See, now we are going to discuss half-life of a reaction. So, what is the half-life of a chemical reaction, and what is the half-life equation for zero-order reaction and first-order reaction? We have to discuss now. Okay. So, for that, to take one example, reactant R gives products. Initially, at a time t equal to 0 seconds, if the concentration of the reactant is A mole per liter. At a certain time t seconds, if the concentration of the reactant is reduced to half of its initial concentration, that is 1/2 of A moles per liter, then the time is said to be T half. What is the T half means? Half life means, see, at a time t equal to 0 seconds, the concentration of the reactant is A moles per liter. At a particular time t seconds, the concentration of the reactant becomes 1/2 of the initial concentration. So then this time is said to be, this time is called as T half. This time is called as T half. That means the time taken for a chemical reaction to complete half of the initial concentration of the reactant is said to be half-life of a chemical reaction. That means, what is the half-life of a chemical reaction? It is the time in which half of the initial concentration of the reactant is reduced. That is called as half-life of a chemical reaction. See, write its definition. What is the half-life? Means it is the time in which concentration of the reactant is reduced to one of its initial concentration. That means the time in which the concentration of reactant is reduced to one half of its initial concentration is nothing but half-life of a chemical reaction. Okay. Next, what is the half-life equation for zero-order reaction and first-order reaction? We have to discuss now. Okay. Now, for that, for a zero-order reaction, the equation for rate constant is given as C1's equation. For zero-order reaction, for zero-order reaction, rate constant is given by, for a zero-order reaction, rate constant is given by K equal to concentration of reactant at initial minus concentration of reactant at time t by t. Okay. Now, for this reaction, for this zero-order reaction, we have to calculate its T half. Okay. See. So according to half-life, at time t equal to T half, initial concentration of the reactant, the T is equal to R naught by 2. That means concentration of the reactant at time t equal to nothing but initial concentration of the reactant by 2. Now, on substituting these two terms in this equation 1, what we will get? K equal to concentration of reactant at initial concentration minus R naught by 2 by where T is nothing but T half. Therefore, the equation becomes K equal to R naught minus, sorry, therefore now K equal to R naught minus R naught by 2, nothing but R naught by 2 into T half. And now on shifting this T half to left hand side, T half of zero order reaction equal to initial concentration of the reactant by 2K. Initial concentration of the reactant by 2K. So T half of a first order reaction is equal to initial concentration of reactant by 2 into its rate constant. That is the equation. So if you observe this equation, we will get two important points. See that from this equation we can say, we can extend one is T half is directly proportional to concentration of initial concentration of the reactant, and another one is T half is inversely proportional to 1 by K. 1 by K. That means what is the meaning here? For a zero order reaction, for a zero order reaction, take it as a note point. For zero order reaction, for zero order reaction, its half life, its T half is directly proportional to T half is directly proportional to its initial concentration. T half is directly proportional to initial concentration. It is the point number 1. And second point is T half of a zero order reaction is inversely proportional to the rate constant. Okay, that is T half of a zero order reaction, is inversely proportional to its rate constant. These are the important points we are extracted from this expression, rate law, half life expression of zero order. Okay, now these are the important points, important note points here. That is, for zero order reaction, its half life is directly proportional to its initial concentration. And another important point is this one. That means half life of a zero order reaction is inversely proportional to its rate constant. Okay, inversely proportional to its rate constant. Okay, these are the important points. Okay, so from these points, if we extract a graph, if you draw a graph between half life of a zero order reaction versus initial concentration, we'll get a straight line passing through horizon. Like this we get. See once. Okay, now see the graph. See, T half is taken on y-axis and initial concentration is taken on R naught is taken on x-axis. So if we observe this graph, what will get? A straight line passing through horizon will get graph like this. Okay, this is the graph of T half of a zero order reaction versus its initial concentration. Okay, now we are going to discuss next half-life of a first order reaction. See, half-life of first order reaction. For first order reaction, for first order reaction, rate constant is given by the equation. For first order reaction, rate constant is given by k equal to 2.303 by T into log of initial concentration of the reactant by log of concentration of the reactant at time t. It is the rate constant equation for integrated rate constant equation for first order reaction. Okay, so for this, see, at time t equal to t half, the concentration of the reactant at time t is equal to half of its initial concentration, is half of the initial concentration of the reactant. When you substitute these two terms in the integrated rate expression for first order reaction, then what we get? K equal to 2.303 by T half of 2 log of R naught by 2, because concentration of reactant at time t is nothing but initial half of the initial concentration. No? Therefore, in place of this R naught, in place of this RT, we are placing the R naught by 2. Then K equal to 2.303 by T half into log of, here R naught cancel, we get log 2. Log 2 value is how much? 2.303 into log 2 value is 0.3010 by T half. So therefore, T half equal to his value is nothing but 2.303 into 0.3010 value is nothing but 0.693 by K. It is the half-life of first order reaction. It is nothing but reported equation, half-life of first order reaction. So if you observe this equation, if you take if you observe this equation, in this equation, is there any initial concentration term? So here in this equation, initial concentration term, that means concentration of that reactant is not involved. Therefore, we can say that from this equation we can say that T half of a first order reaction is directly proportional to initial concentration of the reactant power 0. Initial concentration of the reactant power 0. That means it is directly proportional to concentration of the reactant power 0. That means what is the meaning here? For a first order reaction, its half-life is independent of initial concentration of the reactant. Why? Means in this equation, half-life equation, that initial concentration term is not involved. But if you take a zero order reaction, so zero order reaction half-life is nothing but A by 2K. That means you have taken, that is nothing but R naught by 2K, where R naught is taken as A by 2K. See, in this equation, this is for a zero order reaction. In this equation, initial concentration term is involved. So from that, what is the conclusion we draw? Means T half is directly proportional to initial concentration. But if you observe the first order reaction, for first order reaction, in that half-life equation, that initial concentration term is not involved. Therefore, we can say that T half is directly proportional to initial concentration of the reactant power 0. That means what is the meaning? Half-life of a for first order reaction. It's a no important note point. See. first order reaction, for first order reaction, half life is T half is directly proportional to concentration of the initial concentration of the reactant power 0. That means for first order reaction, half life is independent of initial concentration of reactant. From this equation we draw this. Okay, T half of a first order reaction is independent of half life is, that means for first order reaction, half life is independent of initial concentration of the reactant. Okay, and one more important point we can draw from this, that is, see, T half is equal to 0.693 into 1 by K. That is nothing but T half of a first order reaction is inversely proportional to its rate constant. That means for first order reaction, half life is inversely proportional to its rate constant. So these 2 points are extracted from this equation only, which is half life of a first order reaction. So from the half life of a first order reaction, what we will get? Its half life is independent of its initial concentration of reactant, and other one is for first order reaction, half life is inversely proportional to its rate constant. Okay, now see the graph for first point. T half of a first order reaction versus its initial concentration A. That means initial concentration. Okay, if you observe this, you will get a straight line parallel to the x-axis. That means what is the meaning here? As the concentration of the reactant changes, initial concentration of the reactant is changes, but the half-life of a first order reaction doesn't changes. That means half-life of a first order reaction is independent of initial concentration of the reactant. That's why we will get a straight line parallel to x-axis. Okay, that is the graph.